The morning of the 24th, I usually run into my sister in the restroom. We usually bump into each other, brushing our teeth. But I woke up a little late that day, so I didn't see her. I forgot to say good morning. And I think that's gonna haunt me for the rest of my life. I'm doing this for you, sister. If you can see me, I'm doing this for you. You will be remembered. I promise you.
Jasmine Cazares' 9-year-old sister Jackie was one of the 19 children who were murdered in their classrooms at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas. Jasmine helped organize a march yesterday in Uvalde demanding that the school police chief, Pete Arredondo, be fired and demanding the full truth of what happened inside the school while the police waited for more than an hour to attack and stop the mass murderer. Joining us now is Jasmine Cazares. Also with us, Texas State Senator Roland Gutierrez. And Jasmine, let me begin by saying I'm very sorry for your loss, and I know that it's only 7 weeks since your life has been changed this way. And I hope that in some ways in the 7th week, you're able to sleep better, or in some ways have moments that in which you feel more relief than 7 weeks ago. How are you doing? What can you tell us about how you're doing?
I'm doing as best as I can be. I'm just pushing through everything.
And tell us about what you were doing yesterday in Uvalde and what you hope to accomplish.
Yes, yesterday we had the Unheard Voices March and Rally, our first one, but hopefully not our last. While everyone was marching, we were chanting, and I was helping pass out water the majority of the time. But I think our whole point of the march, everyone has their different reasons, but our main things were for, of course, remembering the 21 lives lost, for school safety, for accountability, and for justice.
And Jasmine, you shared with us some pictures of you and your younger sister, Jackie, which we were just showing there while you were speaking. I just want to get another look at those. What are you hoping to do next? What is the next stage?
The next stage, more marches, more laws being made, more rules being passed to protect me and other kids that have been in the same situation my sister was in.
State Senator Roland Gutierrez, Texas State Senator, you were in Washington today with President Biden at the White House in discussing what they were able to accomplish in Congress with some gun safety measures. What can you tell us about what might be next?
Well, thank you, Lawrence. First off, I really want to thank Jasmine for all of her bravery and her efforts. I'm so very proud of her. I've gotten to know her and her family. And I've got to tell you, Lawrence, I know Jackie would be so proud of her sister. And so far as this bill is concerned, it's a good starting point for sure. It remains to be seen whether Greg Abbott will avail himself of the red flag incentives, or will avail this state of red flag incentives here in Texas. It's my hope that as we move forward that we can put enough pressure, and it's going to happen with the kind of pressure that Jasmine and her family are putting forward. It really is that Emmett Till moment. And when you hear Jasmine and her family talk about what happened to her little sister, it's my hope that thoughts and minds will change in Texas so that we can take the benefits of this bill and even move forward at the state level to make sure that we can change the law from 18 to 21 on these types of assault rifles.
And Jasmine, who joined with you yesterday in Uvalde, and did it include family members of some of the other victims?
Yes. Of course, it was my family, a lot of the other victims' families. We had some volunteers that came to help out. And of course, majority of the community that just came together to march for the lives lost.
We have seen kids like you get activated because of these kinds of tragedies around the country. Did you ever, when you saw maybe on television some other kids in your situation, some of whom survived their own shooting at their own high schools. Did you ever think that something like this could come to your life?
Yes. And it's unfortunate that it happens so often that people are in that situation, and you never think it's going to happen to you until it does.
And going forward, you said, Jackie, of course, your sister will always be remembered. You have done a great deal to make sure that that happens. What are you hoping you'll be able to say about what you've been able to accomplish, say, 5 years from now or 10 years from now?
I hope to say that I've accomplished, of course, honoring the kids. I want to say holding people accountable, people taking responsibility for what happened there. I, of course, changed so many changes that I hope to come from my activism and the activism of other people.